Hi everybody, I'm Corey, I'm the Dungeon Master. I just want to say thank you for coming to episode 30. Make sure you follow and subscribe, it really helps us out, and it gets us out there to other people who maybe haven't joined into our tale yet. So, anyway, enjoy the episode. Hi everybody, I'm Corey, I'm the Dungeon Master, and welcome to episodes 30. I don't think we're going to get to 32 this week. We were going to try to do a double, but, things come up.
We'll see.
I believe in us.
So I'm here with Group 1, and we are here to record. So say hi everybody.
Hello!
Hi!
Alright.
Heyo!
So tonight we're going to start from the top and go down, introducing everybody. Let's start with Winter.
Hi, I'm Winter, and I play Charity, the Tiefling Cleric.
Gunny.
Hi, I'm Gunny, and I will be playing Tencel Ostrith, the Elven Barbarian.
Nico.
Hey, my name's Neko, and I'm playing Winters, the friendly neighborhood cleric.
God dang it.
Good job. Good job.
Red.
Hi, I'm Red Etta, and I play your whimsical bard of glamour, MaggieNicole.
Zeke.
Hi, I'm Zeke. I play Nia the Warlock.
Sorry, Neko. I keep saying Nico.
Oh, no, it's fine. Don't
You'll
worry.
get it one of these days.
I am horrible with names.
You really
Yes.
are.
Honestly, either or is fine. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, I will try to pronounce it the right way. At least know that I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys had, last game, learned what was in the crystal. You were visited by a very familiar person who
Grr.
who had snuck into controlling Edmund.
I need to know about that later.
Yeah, he released him and left, and you guys teamed up with two new people in order to get to where you need, because they also had been able to see, you know, that drastic moment in the inn. And so you're accompanied by Winter and Tencel, who wonderfully had a donkey for you guys to attach your cart to. So now you're on a full moving cart again. So that'll
Yay.
speed things up.
Donkey! Sorry, I had to. I was bursting at the seams, I'm sorry.
So the best part about having a cart is that it increases your movement per day. Did you know that?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited now.
Yay!
Vibrates. I'm so excited. Sorry. Go on.
Now, the best part is I've even measured it out, practically about how far you guys are. I think we did the math. It was like 15 days away for the actual event, and you guys were 13 days away from Croca itself.
I think that sounds right.
Yeah, about a week, yeah, give or take.
Yeah.
Hopefully
And-
the ideal conditions.
Yeah. And as being adventurers, you guys knew that it takes time to get to places, and sometimes it's not always on time, even if you leave that moment. So you guys headed off immediately. And you know, down the road, I think we said that you guys had left maybe an hour later, and down the road you guys see the light of kind of a fire going on to the side of the dirt patch. And so, as you guys are driving close, I believe I asked somebody to make a perception check, which ended with a 7, because I believe Winters was the one who was driving, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to remind you, just for this time, I don't know if you forgot about this, but Maggie has not slept, and I think I did a Constitution saving throw for that.
Yeah, it's
I
up
just-
here. It's a 12.
Okay, I just wanted to remind you. I just didn't want that to be forgotten or anything like that, because I want to be fair. Sorry, go on.
So for me, your first Constitution isn't going to be nearly a high DC, so I am going to say you're going to pass this time.
Okay.
The more you stay up,
Yeah.
I might have you kind of make a constitution roll. So if it's another day or a half a day, I think I'd probably check it at around noon. I'd have roll a constitution roll, and then the DC might be a little higher this time.
No, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. I just wanted to make sure I just wanted to make sure if you wanted me to roll again or not. So anyways, go on. Okay.
I just wanted to let you know my process.
Cool. Sounds good.
Because I know that's not your handbook.
Yeah, no, it's not. But that's fine. No, I know. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure.
So, as you guys continue going, Maggie, go ahead, because, like you said, you would be awake. Is anybody sleeping in the cart? Are we all awake?
I think we were all trying to sleep, and we were taking turns on the cart.
Because I remember Nia saying... Yeah, I remember Nia saying that everybody needed to sleep, and everybody was trying to make Maggie go to sleep, and Maggie was like, no.
And then we were just like, fine, we're all going to bed then.
Pretty much. Pretty fucking much.
With Tinsel trancing in the front with Winters, would he have the ability to make the check?
I'm sorry, say that again?
With Tinsel trancing in the front with Winters, would he have the ability to make the check?
I would say at that point you would be on passive perception.
Okay.
Because if you were to, if you were to use that, that would bring you out of your trance completely. So that would stop your meditation. Because that would be a skill. That means you're actively trying to be aware of something particularly. So if you're ever trancing or anything like that, it would probably go over your passive wisdom. You have a 13. I'm going to say you're going to notice the fire pretty easily, but nothing particularly around it.
Fair enough.
But Maggie, if you want to go ahead and roll a perception as well, because you are also awake.
Yep. 15!
That is a 15. With a 15, not only you're going to be able to see the lights of this fire flickering and kind of illuminating against the tree trunks a bit, still keeping those kind of dark shades as the trees really group together. Mm-hmm. Creates almost kind of like this eerie, dark feel to the night as it starts getting darker. And to the right of it, there seems to be, in clad armor, some sort of humanoid who has posted a stick over the fire and seems to be roasting a squirrel.
Maggie's not going to make a big deal out of it because it could just be an adventurer, but she is going to keep an eye on him.
Okay.
I mean, she's got a lot on her mind, but she is pretty paranoid at this point, but she doesn't want to make a big deal to make everybody wake up again. She feels really bad for that.
What are the two who are up front and passively kind of see this? I think only one of you passively saw that, which was Tinsel, I believe, correct? Or did... Yeah, because Winter's perception was a 7.
Yeah.
Tinsel's would just kind of rouse a little bit, take a look, and just see if there's anything worth waking up for.
Okay. So you'll be... It's not going to matter much because you'll have to restart your kind of sleep if you're going to be doing a straight-up perception check. Is that what you're planning to do?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So you might, if you do this, you might be able to go back into your trance and your 4 hours of relaxation, which is, nothing much more than doing simple things. I'd say go ahead. You're not going to be sleeping more than about 5 minutes. So if you want to, go ahead. That is a 6. Maybe it was the flicker of the light. You had a good view on this. You did. But I guess it cracked through a log, one of the logs fell through, and the light kind of dispersed a bit. So it got a little bit darker. So the more you look at it now, the flame isn't nearly as big, you're getting less details.
Tensil's kind of just gonna give a small little huff and just like roll to the side now and try to go back to the trancing.
Okay. So, as you guys continue down, you get closer, and eventually, Neko, you're going to notice, because you're the one driving, there will be, of course, that small fire that you had kind of seen off in the distance, but next to it will be a gentleman. He will be blonde and in full-clad armor. We're talking full plate. Or I believe... No, wait a minute. Hold on. I believe it's a breastplate. Let me double-check his character reference here.
I forgot I was on mute, but can I ask a question real quick, Corey?
Sure.
I was just wondering, because of my perception, does Maggie recognize him? I'm sorry, I was on mute whenever that happened. I'm sorry.
You can roll a history.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure. Sorry, go ahead with your winter thing, and then I'll...
Oh, that's fine. And so what you're going to see is a male, blonde hair. He will have a white and blue cloak lined with like a silverish kind of gleam to it, tied up on a branch. He's got this well-made breastplate and metal shin guards, as well as shoulder pads that have been made wonderfully. Great detail. They've got goldish, silverish tint to it, and it seems very flexible to the point where he can easily relax. So he's spent good money on this, and he's just laying back and relaxing. Yeah, I would say exactly now.
Are we passing by him at this moment, or?
I mean, he'd look up and kind of give a nod, maybe
over
a two-finger, kind of high motion. You could roll a history, potentially.
Do Winters know who this is?
I rolled a history of 11, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Unfortunately, I mean, it's not going to ring. He is noble of some kind. What kind, you're not sure, or where. Okay. Those colors aren't of any of the Eris area. With a history of 17, Winters, you're gonna heard about this person. He's not. Best to put it, he's not like a particularly high noble, but he was a quality noble. He was born in Hazel, and was part of a lower ending kind of nobles, and through training and everything like that, he eventually got his knighthood. He worked his way up, and eventually he is now, this. I don't want to say he's not legendary, but he is well known throughout Talalia for helping people out. His main alignment goals, which you may have heard of recently, from just like passing conversations since you've been traveling, is that he is now trying to contest the High King. He doesn't believe the High King should be High King. He feels that the High King that is gone now, so somebody should pick up the mantle. A lot of people say he's dead. Some people say, he's still out there somewhere, but nobody knows for sure what's going on. And so within the last year or so, he's been kind of ramping up this, if nobody's going to take it, I'll take it. So I think, you kind of... I think that's basically the most I can give you on that with the 17.
Winters will kind of stop the cart for a moment.
You would...
wait, does Winters know his name?
I think at this point you would know his name. Let me a second. It is... Pimbrim Learman.
Pimbrim, is that you?
He's gonna kind of nod and sit back. Who asks?
Well, I'm really no one in particular, but I do know of you. What are you doing out here all alone?
I mean, it's nice to hear that my my name is Traveling. I'm just heading to Kroka. And yourself?
And, sorry, where is it that we're heading?
Yes.
We're heading to Kroka as well, right? Winter says, would you like a ride? We're also heading in that direction.
I mean, are your friends okay with that?
Winters is gonna look behind him, see if anyone's
You
awake.
would see Maggie.
Yeah, I was about to say, Maggie's definitely awake.
Like, Maggie, are you okay with it?
She's like curled up, kind of like she has her knees to her chest, and she was kind of staring at not the floorboards, I guess is for lack of a better term, of the cart, and she's gonna snap out of it, and she's gonna be like, of what? For what? I'm sorry.
Pimbrim Learman? Have you heard the name before?
Have I, Corey?
As a bard, I would say you could make a history roll with advantage.
Yeah.
He's been in a few of the newest books. He's been commented as a very memorable figure.
21.
So with a 21, yeah, you would know who this is. You would know him by name. You may have even have known 2 or 3 things that he's done around Talalia, which are, very helpful. None of them are like, oh, he's killed 12 ogres at once, to the point where he seems, extremely overpowered. He's good at what he does, and he helps people. So basically, it's just, how best to put it? Yeah,
He's renowned.
Yeah, he's got a renown to him. That's it. Okay. That's the perfect way to put it. Thank you.
Maggie's gonna look over at him, and she's gonna be like, "I've heard stories about him." She's gonna look over at him. Oh, he's right there. Hi, I'm MaggieNicole. Just so you know, is he going to Kroka? I mean, I don't see why we couldn't have someone else join us. I mean, does he notice how disheveled Maggie looks?
He probably would. He's even actually noticed you. He's gonna point a finger and go, "You're a McAllen, right? So you're from Dalesville. You're a noble."
Maggie's gonna slink down, and then she's gonna be like, "Yes, I am. What of it?"
Just noble myself. No reason.
Sorry, my nobility is caused a lot of problems for my friends. So excuse my nervousness. But yes, my parents are Millie and Logan.
I thought so. I may have run into them a year or 2 before in Kroka, the last time that they had an event.
Yes. I might have been there, but of course I was running around having fun. You know how that goes.
We're all young at some point.
She's gonna nod. Do you want to join us? We could always use power in numbers, right? She's gonna laugh nervously.
Of course, power in
numbers. I
numbers.
wouldn't turn it down. It seems like enough of you are awake to have a good consensus of what the group would think. So I'll join you. And he's going to get up. His clothing is probably some of the best you've seen. and like Maggie would know with her 21, he has single-handedly brought up the reputation of his family. So he is like the new turn for his nobility. He came in and just grew into the spot. Let me see. I gotta figure out where I just put him. Aha! There he is. There you guys go. So there's a view of him.
Okay, cool.
So he will stand up, he will grab his cloak, and he will fold it. He will then make his way over to the cart, place that inside, and grab that lovely, ornate, scabbard-bladed sword with a green gem at the very hilt. Grasp in a claw or like a raven's claw. And he will sling that onto his back and hoist himself onto the cart. Thanks again for the ride.
No problem at all. Welcome aboard.
What takes you guys towards Kroka?
Maggie's gonna kind of look away, and then she's just gonna, someone very dear, she's just gonna quiet up for a minute, because she doesn't know if she wants to tell him, or should tell him. She looks at Winters.
Winters is just gonna kind of state kind of bluntly, there's a bit of an emergency in Kroka
now. Oh, I see.
And we're on our way to help.
What emergency might there be?
It's really hard to explain without you thinking that we're crazy, but, Maggie still has the crystal, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to place a hand to his chest and look to you. Don't worry. I know this might seem weird, but I take no threat to a place close to my home unseriously. No matter how weird it might be, we still have to investigate.
Maggie's gonna smile gently at him, like being very welcome to the reassurance, because, with everything that's been happening. And she's going to hold up the crystal. And she knows that it's not going to, show him or anything like that. But she's going to hold this up and she's going to be like, we found this. And it showed us basically a prophecy of what's going to happen in Kroka. And it's not good. There's lots of dragons and death. And it seems like someone very important might die. And,
should hopefully be the High King, I should assume. But nonetheless, we must protect these people.
Yes, and that's what we're trying to do, and then someone very, very dear to me is there too. So I'm hoping to get to him before anything gets to him, if that makes sense.
Well then, let's continue on. I'm down to help where I can.
I appreciate it very much. She's gonna smile gently.
He'll smile back and then kind of peek up. Yes, and my quest, as you guys have kindly shared yours. I am traveling to Kroka to contest the High King. If he does not show to fight me in one-on-one combat, then I will take the High King's throne. I have spoken to many leaders, and I have challenged the best of their warriors, and I have won.
Maggie's gonna blink because she's like, oh, okay, okay, what, can you please fill me in on everything that's happening with the courts? I've been out of the courts for a while because I've been, to the Bardic College, and then my parents sent me off, and they kind of didn't tell me what was going on and the real reason why they sent me off. And now I'm starting to find out all of this war stuff, and I'd really like to know what's going on.
Well, I guess where to start. The last coming years you've known, if you've coming from Eris and Dalesville, food is becoming harder and harder to find, water not so easy to collect. I believe even Dalesville's lake has seen issues as of recently.
Yes, my mother and father were working tirelessly trying to figure out what was going on, because they know our people need, they need us for that. They've even been giving our people our water.
Well, they reached out to Graydon, and Graydon didn't reply. They asked for help for water and food, of which, of course, most would think that Graydon should have supplemental, enough to considerably help them. However, Graydon didn't respond. There also seems to be a guarding force that is telling Eris, the main capital, that Graydon has done this as a strategy in order to... best way to put this... eventually take over Eris. So Groggy Hill is kind of a place that we're seeing a lot of people coming from the desert, coming through and into the Pogue Plains, trying to get out of the Raja Desert around Wakefield and Hinterland. So Graydon is now seeing an influx of people. Eris has no food. Eris is angry at Graydon, and Graydon doesn't feel it should have to explain itself as to something is also going on their side. However, they've not given any information to the courts. They've just said that things have been tight with guards. This is causing stress in the two places. It's liable to end in an all-out war as the people of Eris continue to starve.
Maggie's gonna pale a little bit more, and she's just gonna be like, "That's what my mother explained in the letter to me. She said they're trying to give as much food as they can to their people, but why isn't Graydon helping? Like, what?"
I've tried to speak to the king, and he assures me that he has it under control. I think the only people now who might even considerably gain that information are his sons. One of them is traveling.
Yes.
Two things of which I'm looking for are either speaking to him or taking my rightful place as High King and stopping this war before it happens.
It just doesn't make sense, though, because Aeson's father
else is... I'm sorry?
Aeson's father is a wonderful man.
Well, so you know one of the sons.
Maggie's gonna blush a little bit, and then she's gonna be like, "Ah, shit." You know what I mean? Like, God damn it, why can't I keep my mouth shut? And she's gonna...
Oh, that's right. I believe I heard a rumor about that.
Rumor about what?
The, he'll keep his mouth shut and look down, respecting that it was your relationship.
Yeah.
Well, either way, our place to go is Croak, correct?
Yes.
Well, let us go on. We can talk along the way.
I'd very much like that, because it just doesn't sound right. Why would Aeson's father do this?
I heard a whisper of the courts that his father has promised, and he's going to lean in. His father seems to have promised that there are two ways of gaining the throne, and it has nothing to do with age. It is about how they know to take care of their people and what they can do for their people, and so he sent them out to a personal challenge for them to rise up to. One will be living amongst the people and helping him the best way that he can. And the other will be staying in the courts, trying to mend relationships, trying to keep things stable. I believe Aeson is the person now roaming around Talalia.
Yes, but that still doesn't make sense why he's making people starve in Eris. In all of Eris. Like,
I don't think he even knows what's going on the courts.
How could he not? He's the king!
Oh, I thought you were talking about Aeson.
Oh, no, I know Aeson doesn't know anything about this. Yeah.
I mean, I spoke with him.
He
does seem like he wants to help, but he just doesn't have the manpower, apparently.
No, I know he does. He always wants to help. It's one of the many things I love about him. But anyway, he's not very good in the courts. He's good with the fighting and the being the hero, as she puts quotes up. And she's like, because that's what he does. But that's why him and I, but I'm just trying to understand all the court stuff right now. Usually him and I worked well together because I would work with the courts and he would work with all the... And she's going to, like, motion about the sword swings and stuff like that.
Well, I have yet to challenge him to combat. I must do that.
She's going to side-eye him like, you best not hurt my Aeson.
Well, he's going to give a shake, and it's non-lethal.
I know, but
I wouldn't harm him. It's simply a duel.
So, yes. I'm sorry. I've been through a lot these past couple days, and please excuse me if I seem a little frazzled. She's trying to gain herself back to how she used to talk to the other nobles, because she's obviously a mess.
That's quite okay. So, as you guys continue on, I'll give you guys maybe another 2 or 3 minutes, and then we're gonna move on with the night so that everybody can wake up.
Abso-positively.
Because he'll want to go to sleep in like 2 hours before he can't get a full night's rest.
Understandable.
So you guys are moving on. You have the light of the campfire kind of flickering behind you. Now you know it's been circled by rocks, so there's no fear of that fire kind of catching anywhere and lighting anything. It'll go out in its due time. As you roll on, you hear the squeaks and the creaks of the boards of the cart. your donkey up ahead mowing his way in, keeping the cart moving. And it just kind of lightly rocks back and forth, kind of creating a light cradle motion for a few moments here and there. And then there'd be a jump, a little one, kind of bumps it up a little bit, and then you get back to the rocking, because the uneven ground.
Whomever's on watch right now, or whoever's running the cart, is it still Winter? Winters, excuse me.
I believe so.
He's gonna notice that Maggie's fighting sleep. Like, she'll be, like, going to go nod off, and then the bump will hit, and she'll wake up and be like, okay. And then she'll just sit there and stare again, because she's trying to think of everything, but she's fighting sleep as she does so.
Winter's kind of, like, look back, and he's like, Maggie, you really have to get some sleep.
She's gonna blush a little bit, noticing that he noticed her fighting sleep like a child. And she's gonna be like, but I don't... What? She's just gonna be like, I don't know what to do, and I don't want to have nightmares. She's afraid she's gonna have nightmares of the crystal, and that's why she's trying to stay up.
Trust me, you'll be no use to anyone if you're exhausted when we get to Croker.
She's gonna nod at him, and she's gonna be like, promise to keep everyone safe if I'm asleep.
I promise with my life.
She's gonna look at him for a minute, and then she's gonna be like,
These people mean the world to me.
And then she's gonna like lay down and cuddle closer to get like kind of close to Nia and Charity and Edmund, trying to like still their warmth because she's a tiny girl. She doesn't produce much warmth, so she's like trying to like wiggle her way in between everybody.
Nia kind of like snores and rolls over and like flops one arm over Maggie.
Yay! Maggie will finally fall asleep. It does not take her long.
Can Winter's kind of like still steer while he pulls something out of its like pack? Okay. Winters will kind of hold on to the reins and kind of pull out his blanket from his pack, cover Nia, Mag, Charity, and Edmund. Kind of give him a little bit more warmth.
All right. So, as your travel goes on, of course, I'm going to say that Pembrim will kind of slouch a little bit, put his head back, and also, join the rest of them in their sleep. Was there at all a trade-off? Because I know it was Winters first. Who was next?
Tinsel, I think? Or was he the last one?
I have zero recollection.
I think Tinsel was last because he could stay up for 4 hours.
Yeah, because I remember he was like, I think it was either Nia or Maggie, because Maggie wasn't going to go to sleep and then she went to sleep, so...
I say driving's a light activity, so once Tinsel trances for like 4 hours, he can drive for the next 4 as his light activity.
Yeah, that was kind of his plan.
Who did want to go next?
I don't mind going next.
Okay. If that's the case, in 2 hours eventually, Nia, you'd probably... Well, Winters, you would probably, tap Nia or something, correct?
Yeah, I'd try to gently wake her up and be like, Nia. Wake up.
Oh.
It's time for your shift.
Alright.
Maggie is currently clinging to Nia and she's drooling on her shirt. I'm sorry, she's tired.
She'll kind of like look over and be like, and like kind of like pat her head a little bit, and when she doesn't move, just kind of like poke her forehead, like slightly increasing pressure until she can kind of get her shoulder out. And then like starts putting her head down really slow, and then like doesn't want you to hit the bottom, so like kind of like scooches up a blanket under her head and just kind of puts it down. Like, okay, sure, time for my watch.
I love that in my head right now.
I assume Winters just kind of takes his spot on the and just kind of dozes off.
Okay. Nia, when you do wake up, you're gonna find that there is a new person in the cart you didn't know existed before.
Poor Nia.
Hey, Winters, before you do who's that?
The straggler on the road. We picked him up.
Yeah, no, we just felt bad for him. It's kind of like
I mean, was he nice?
Yeah, his name is Pembrim.
That's a fancy name.
He's a noble who wishes to usurp.
Oh, I mean, that's a strange person to invite in our cart.
I mean, she's not wrong.
He seemed nice enough.
Oh.
And he's also headed towards Croca.
Okay. I'm just gonna drive the cart. Yeah,
that's a good idea. Let me know
sure.
if you need anything. Alright, Winters is gonna try to get sleep. Good luck with that.
Yeah, Nia's gonna be driving the cart, but she's like hella distracted because she keeps like looking back over her shoulder at this guy and like is like there's all kinds of thoughts going through her head. She's having like that like one of those math moments where there's just like formulas floating around her head. And she's just like lucky she's staying on the road, really.
Okay.
Out of everyone in the group, I feel the most bad for Nia because every single time something happens, she's just like,
Okay.
Nia, could I get you to do me a 1d100?
Yeah. 67.
Ayo.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Well, so you guys are going to make it through the night. You're going to wake up the next morning. After you take over, Tinsel will take over. Tinsel, with a 67, you're going to wake up. You're going to drive most of the night. That darkness is going to start lightening up. The sun's going to start to come up over like the treetops, just giving it the sky that amber color as it rolls over the clouds. There is kind of a light breeze. It is a warmer day, of course, so it's starting out at around 68 degrees. It's going to be a warm day, potentially, once the sun reaches its peak. And you could kind of guess that because you know this type of year. So, I'm going to say that would probably be about the time you guys would make it. Let's see. So you've been traveling through the night on a cart from exactly where you were. So let me measure this.
with a donkey.
Yeah, with a donkey. I'd say you guys have probably made 35 miles last night.
Fuck yes!
Wow.
Yes!
Well, you traveled through the night. That's a lot of hours. So if you guys were moving
Hell
at 15
yeah.
miles a day, you doubled your speed. So let's see. Yeah, here we
As
go.
the sun would be rising, Tinsel would start to try to look for a decent spot to pull over and let Jericho rest, because he is exceptionally proud of Jericho at this point.
Yeah, poor
Once-
Jericho. He's looking battle worn right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
poor baby.
He's went all night.
So
He didn't get much sleep in the stable.
he's gonna take Jericho off the cart and walk him out into a little bit of a field so he can graze a little bit.
Put him down softly.
Oh my god.
No, you
Not
guys
my
understand
Jericho.
that we have to save the donkey, right? That was my play on that horse. He's just like, oh man, they didn't save the donkey, guys.
No!
We'll cut that out. But
You mean? No, I'm not cutting that out so everyone can hear how mean you are.
I'm not that
The editor has all the power.
mean. But no, so you'll undo Jericho. Jericho will kind of head over someplace close and kind of lay down, just getting his full rest. Would you leave like I don't know, how would you get Jericho water or food?
I'd kind of pull my water skin out of my pack and attempt to like bottle feed him with the water skin.
Oh god.
You know
Oh.
what? Do me an animal handling check.
Oh god.
If there were ever a call for an animal handling, I believe this would be the proper use. That is a 9.
That's about an appropriate role for what you were trying to do.
It's just water, Jericho. It's good for
Yeah, I will say that he might, on the downside, he might nibble at the water skin a bit. So you might get like teeth marks around the lip area. But other than that, yeah, he'll drink.
It'll be okay, Jericho. Now you can rest. You've been really faithful for us so far.
Wrong. That is mending difference. Oh, yeah?
I meant for cleaning the bottle. I don't care about the teeth marks,
true.
it's just making it sterile to drink from again. And I was trying not to interrupt that. Why couldn't you be a normal person and answer the way the rest of us do?
Alright, so, of course you give Jericho something to drink. He would probably take down your entire water skin. He's that thirsty.
Plus, like, half of that's gonna spill on the ground. Let's be real.
Denzel would be completely fine with this.
Yeah. He's gonna kind of look around the group. None of you seem to be... Well, I don't know. Are any of you trained in the ways of the wild magic? Well, not the wild, but the wilds. Like... Yeah. Anybody who can turn into an animal.
Like a druid?
Crickets.
I don't know what
Just
you mean.
everyone looking at each other like,
Maggie's good. Oh wait, Maggie's still knocked the hell out. Never mind.
There are some people who have the ability to create these berries, and they're really good, as in they don't make you hungry or thirsty for most of the day. It's really good for animals too.
Wow, that sounds
That
like it would be
would
really
incredibly
helpful.
useful.
Like pretty much all the time.
Freaking! I hear the undertone, Nia. I like that. That was great. That would be helpful, like, all the time. Okay. So he's just gonna kind of shrug. Alright. He seems really tired. Good job on getting him to drink. What do we want to feed him, though?
I figure I can go scavenging for some stuff. Maybe...
Are we in, like, plains out of character?
Yeah, it's kind of like a rolling grassland, really.
Yeah, you can eat... but Nia, can he, just eat the grass?
Do donkeys mainly eat grass, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, he currently just doesn't have the energy to move. He can nibble at the grass around him, but you guys have found
Let
kind
the
of...
sleeping donkey lie, guys.
What I'm saying is if you guys really wanted to kind of like, help him, quote unquote, you could, cut some of the grass and bring it to him so he doesn't have to walk.
Tencel would be attempting to do this and attempting to look for berries.
Okay. Hey, it fits Tencel. That's who he is, That's why I mention this kind of stuff, because I kind of want to give you that moment. So Tencel, of course, being the caring owner that he is, he will go and start collecting some grass and, of course, some berries, fresh berries. While he's doing that, what's everybody else like to do?
Maggie's still knocked out cold, so no.
Yeah, she might be sleeping for a little while longer.
Nia will probably start, checking her bag, making sure nothing got hurt or broken, just pulling out all of her little trinkets.
Charity will be getting up and praying to her god, praying to Aphrodite.
And Winters will kind of go pet Jericho. Kind of give him some love and affection.
I should mention
Winters...
Nia's probably also giving, like, a hard eyeball to this new guy. And, like, really unsure about what's going on still.
Oh yeah, because all she knows is that he wants to contest the hike.
Right, yeah, that's all the information she has about him, and she's just like, okay.
And He's just sitting around trying to be useful. So he might, kind of take out his sword and cut a little bit of grass and help tinsel. Then he'll, head over to Winters and kind of just check on the donkey and just be around. He's moving, trying to be useful. I would like Winters if you would roll me a perception check real quick, because I want to see if you would notice something. Okay. That is a 19. So amongst your group are a few people, and it doesn't take long for you to recognize someone quite similar to you. You yourself, you are a cleric, right? You are a man of who was your deity? I believe it was Ares. Oh, Athena. My apologies, wrong person. So, you've seen people pray in that faithful way. You can discern that Charity is actually quite similar to you in certain ways.
Winters will kind of get up from petting Eric and walk over to Charity and be like, "You're praying. Are you a cleric also?"
Charity will look up from her prayers and smile and be like, yes, I am actually.
Whom do you worship?
Aphrodite. You are a cleric as well, I remember. Who did you say your god was? Well, feel free to join me in my prayers. Of course, we'll be praying to different people, but
I'll take you
company
up
is
on
always
that.
welcome.
And he kind of kneels down and pulls out his warhammer, prays.
Hey,
you have Warhammer too?
Warhammer
Yeah,
buddies.
Dude, high five!
Yeah.
I see. There's like a moment of camaraderie.
Charity would definitely just smile a little bit as she's got like her warhammer there with the hammer on the ground and she's holding it and praying with her, like, she's got her forehead against it. It's just, yes, someone else with the warhammer. After Charity finishes her prayer, she will sit aside and go, "So what made you become a cleric? Why did you decide that path?"
Grew up doing a lot of bad. And I wanted to do some good.
Well,
Of
it's never
course.
too late.
There was a moment where I thought I was barred from redemption. But the light of Athena brought me back.
I'm glad you found
Thank
what you
you.
were looking for. I was raised in the Temple of Aphrodite. My parents went missing when I was young, so I just grew up as an acolyte and decided it would be the best thing for me. I wanted to help those around me.
Winter's kind of like looks away from him and back at his warhammer. And he says, "I was a soldier once. But before that, I grew up on a farm. Loving parents. I wanted to do more. See the world.
Did you miss your farm?
It's, I never had the courage to go back.
Perhaps you should.
Maybe
some
one day,
point.
but right now I'm still far from redemption.
Well, I'm sure if you stay with us, we can make a trip there after you feel you're ready.
Kind of a little like a smirk kind of appears on his mouth, and he's just kind of like, yeah, I'd like that.
I myself am headed home far sooner than I thought I would be. I grew up in Croker. I didn't expect to be coming back there until I had what I was looking for.
What were you looking for? I'm asking.
A relic of sorts that went missing a while ago.
What is this relic, exactly?
The amulet of Aphrodite.
Oh my.
Yes. That's why my parents disappeared. They went looking for it, and I picked up their torch, so to speak.
Have you found any traces of them still being out there, or?
The entity, I will say, for lack of a better word, currently, that took over Edmund's body while we were still in town. He said a few things that derailed my hope a little, but last I heard, it was in Crystalbrook, and it may be futile, but I'm going to try any way that I can to find this.
Well, just know you have my shield with you. I will stand by you if you need me.
Thank you. That is very kind of you.
As I can do.
Okay. Well, away from that for a moment. Nia, you said you're kind of going through your pack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Taking inventory of everything that you have. Now you're going to notice that this time going through your pack, there's going to be something that wasn't there before. It's probably about 2 inches tall, 2 inches in length. This is a perfect cube. And, you know, it's got lines through it, so it's almost kind of like it's, you know, you can shift the face of one of them, a couple of places where you can actually toggle things around. If you would do me a favor and roll me, you know, kind of an investigation, we might be able to discern what you can get from this.
Sure. 15.
It's a 15. With a 15, you're going to notice that this is a puzzle box of some kind.
Ooh. So, you know, with them talking in the background, Maggie's sleeping. No one's paying attention. She's absolutely going to start fiddling with it.
Okay. So, let's see. There are going to be one of 3 ways in which you can move this. There is a triangle which you can slide into the center. If you kind of go over to the side, one of the corners are a little loose. Maybe you might be able to turn it. And then there is... It kind of fluctuates in the center. So, like, there's from one corner to another, there's a cut in it, and it looks like it can kind of swivel. So, which of those 3 options would you like?
Probably if the corner was loose, she would say that probably looks like the easiest thing to do, so she would probably just be like, huh, and wiggle that.
Alright. Give me a 1d10,000.
Yeah. 10, 1, 2, 3. 6,310.
Okay. Let us see what we have here. Now, not all of these numbers, like I said, not all of these numbers are going to have something for each of them. It's just a general thing, but there is a lot. So, I have to refer to my handy-dandy chart here. There we go. Let's see here. Ooh. You start a fire to
Oh
an
my God.
object
no.
within 10 feet of you that is either fabric or wood.
No.
I was gonna say, I'm probably
Please tell me
right
you're
next
far
to
away
the
from
car.
No! And Maggie's
Oh
got the cart
no!
asleep.
Oh no!
I would say that a cart would have a fire with a diameter of 5 feet towards the front end near the axle and the wheel. It will be large.
Please. Tell
I would
me
say
Charity
anybody
noticed.
would notice this.
I'm also sure Maggie will notice this thing
Alrighty,
as she's
the second that-
sleeping in the
In
car.
the cart, yes.
Yeah, I was about to say,
In
Maggie's
the
gonna wake
car.
up, be like,
Yeah, okay.
oh my
So,
God!
the second Charity notices this, she's standing up and casting Creole Destroy Water just, like, directly above it and dropping
And Maggie's
water
getting
on
wet
it.
once again.
I'm sorry, okay? It's not my fault. You
This would have been a perfect moment for
Maggie?
Edmund
Just to sneeze again.
Yeah,
So
I
as,
mean, Edmund is still asleep in the cart, so he's actually right
So
next
Nia
to
will
him.
kind of like look up as like she hears a crackling and then is immediately doused by water. Just kind of like look up with like opening one eye, dripping wet, and be like, "Whoops."
Pretty much.
My Viola! Maggie's gonna be like trying to get the water out of it.
Now, that Crater Destroyable Water allows you to make how many? 10 gallons.
10 gallons.
Wow.
And she's just dropping the entire 10 gallons on their
Oh my
head.
God!
I will say that with the fire being put out as quickly as possible, there is minimum damage to the cart. However, there will be a nice large black spot to the side of it.
Okay.
Maggie's just gonna sit up and be like, there's better ways to wake people up, you know.
The cart was on fire.
I
dear.
know. I'm looking at both of you.
I didn't know that was gonna happen. In my defense,
What were you doing? Why were
I
you
found
leaving
this-
the cart on fire?
so I found this in my bag. She just kind of like holds it up, and like the little corner is loose right here, so I just went to wiggle it, kind of like this.
Don't do it again.
Is she gonna do it?
It's just everybody else at her. She like freezes in place.
No, I got a question. Does she do it before they say and then freeze?
Oh, I don't know.
I feel like she
Hang
Hang
would.
on, let me let's leave it up to the dice here.
Yeah, we could do a dex roll.
Oh yeah, she definitely got there before they yelled at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 20.
Oh
That's
my
a 20.
God.
Oh no.
So no twisting.
So you're gonna make her roll the 1d 10,000 again, since she did it before we yelled at her.
I thought the initiative of 20 means that she did stop herself.
No, that means that I touched it before they yelled.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, I see why. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense why you now rolled initiative instead of dex.
Son of
Oh,
a
it's
bitch.
Yeah.
the same roll usually, but when it comes to whether I'm gonna go first or not, initiative seems to make sense.
Give me another 1d 10,000.
10, 1, 2, 3. 9,582.
Ooh!
I don't like that sound.
Let's see what we get.
It's an exciting number.
It's a very high roll. It makes me nervous.
It's just like this,
9.
everyone's going, no, 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 and then
something.
Well,
Oh no.
No.
I hear gasping. I
read
don't
that-
like gasping.
Read that one more time for me. What number was that?
9,582.
Oh, you were so lucky.
Oh God.
Oh, thank God. What happened?
You lose
What
all
is- what's
level
going
1
on?
spell slots.
Oh, good. I don't have any level 1 spell slots. Do I? Nope.
If it's a new day, you should.
Nope. I'm a warlock, so I only have level 2 spell slots.
Oh, there you go.
Well, that's okay.
Okay.
In the world?
Maggie would. The freaking glasses float down onto Zeke's face like, "Ay." If that was Maggie, we'd be all screwed.
So when Nia wiggles it and nothing happens, then she's like, huh. I swear that's what I did last time.
Can we?
Well, don't try it again, dear.
Can Maggie try to grab it from her?
No.
You can. I mean, if Maggie wants to, you can attempt it. I can't say no.
I'm gonna say yes.
Like, I mean, knowing Maggie, she would.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying this. Okay, so what do I need to roll for this?
You would roll a dex check, and she would roll a dex check. So basically, contesting dex rolls. That is a
I
save.
didn't make dex rolls on this.
Damn it. Never mind.
You would go to your character and go
there
to
we go.
dexterity and just click dexterity. So
6 versus 17.
Nia has a 6, Maggie has a 17. With the workings of a bard, you're quick with your fingers and hands. You slink in there and take the cube, of course. And you now have it in your hand.
Hey, why did you take that?
She's about to yeet this damn bitch into the forest.
Charity's hands move to her hips and she goes into, like, mom mode. Maggie!
She freezes. What?
Why did you snatch that?
She just set the car on fire! She points at Nia.
I didn't do it on purpose.
But
Exactly, she did not do it on purpose, and all's well that ends well. Give her back the thing, it's hers.
But we don't need anything else causing problems, and I don't like our chances as of late, so I'm gonna throw this thing away from us, and it could be somebody else's problem, because I'm not dealing with this right now.
The new gentleman might walk up and kind of clear his throat. As dangerous as this might be, does this mean that you have no faith in your friend and not playing with it once you have spoken to her?
It's not that I don't have faith in her, it's I don't have faith in it.
But it is her object, correct?
I don't know.
Therefore-
She always finds things. So necessarily, it's not necessarily hers. But it's not that I don't have faith in her. It's that I don't have faith in it.
Maggie.
What I'm saying is necessarily, in polite, civilized conversation, one does not take something that is not theirs.
She's gonna slowly hand it
Sir.
back to her, and she's just gonna be like, alright, you know, if the world explodes, it's not my fucking problem. She's gonna go storm off somewhere else.
Nia takes it back, but just has this look on her face like, I don't know what's happening still.
Charity's gonna walk over and just pat your head and be like, it's okay, she's just in a mood. And then she's gonna go off after Maggie.
I think she needs to get more sleep. We told her that
yes,
yesterday.
definitely.
The whole time
Yeah.
this is going on.
Maggie is a cranky, sleepy baby.
So are we gonna, do we want to use this spot, you know, it's kind of early morning, do you want to take this as a short rest, or do you want to take this as a long rest? Or, you know, the donkey one, and then, I mean, there, like I said, there are downsides. You could probably push through for another day, but you might end up giving the donkey exhaustion if you push for too much longer.
Could we put the donkey in the cart and then pull the cart?
I mean, with two enough strong men, it could probably be pulled, yeah.
We can be strong ladies too.
Yeah.
Well, women too. I know Charity probably has the strength to do it. I didn't mean it. I just meant like human beings or non
This is
Yeah.
tiefling, halfling, whatever. You know what I mean.
People, I think is the word you're
You
looking
just
for.
gave
Is
yourself a
people.
hole.
I'm sorry. It's hard to be politically correct sometimes in a Dungeons and Dragons game.
When there's so many things to keep
if
track
this is
of.
offered,
Yeah, no, Maggie's not gonna help with. Go ahead, Gunny.
if
What?
this is offered, Tencel would definitely do it. Like without a second thought.
Yeah, Maggie's definitely not gonna be helping because she's at -1 to strength, so y'all are on your own.
Oh yeah, Nia would absolutely bring that up in character also. So
Well, unfortunately, Charity and Maggie are running off because Maggie's having a hissy fit.
yeah.
You blame her.
The whole time, Tensel's like in the background, hiding behind Jericho, and just like petting him softly.
Now all I can see is, like, Miguel and Tulio. All I can see now is Miguel, and instead of the loot there, it's the donkey being like, I love you, I don't know what's going on.
At this point, Tensel's finally gonna get up and, like, walk over to Nia. Is everything okay?
I don't know. We've got, like, this weird new guy who's, like, trying to overthrow the king, which is weird, and I found this box, which is really cool, in my bag, and then my friend tried to take it. And I also lit something on fire by accident.
You're gonna see Tensel, like, lean over and look at the cart. That's not too good.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it's not your complete fault, is it?
I don't think so.
So did we want to stay here and let Jericho rest, or what's going on? Where do we go?
I mean, we could. I mean, he would probably fit in the cart, and then we could pull him. I'm sure he would appreciate that, too.
That actually sounds like a fun idea.
Yeah, I think so. It'd be really funny. Maybe I can paint it while we walk.
Ooh. You can paint it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll go get Jericho then. Winters, would you mind helping me?
Of course not.
I guess I'll
Okay.
go get everybody and hopefully they're not. Hopefully I didn't make everybody fight. I feel really bad.
It'll be okay. We're all friends here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you can be a good friend. Tensel's just gonna smile and it's turn to go get Jericho now.
Nia will kind of like, she'll put the puzzle box back in her bag and kind of like awkward shuffle over in the direction of Maggie and Charity.
Awkward shuffle. Tee-nee-nee-nee-nee.
Yeah.
So let's cut off from here, and we'll go back into the woods with Maggie and Charity. I didn't say woods. Oh, by the way, sorry. It's not woods. It's kind of like an outcropping of trees. They're not, it's not like a forest. It's not thick enough. Sorry. Continue.
No, that's fine.
Oh, good. Yeah, so Charity is going to run up behind Maggie and just stop her, like, wrap her arms around her loosely and be like, Maggie, that was not very nice, but I feel like you have a lot going on, so we need to talk about this.
No, I haven't had a lot going on. Maggie's just being a little stubborn bitch right now.
Charity's just, like, moving her hand to pat her head and be like, shh, shh, shh. You know that you've had a lot going on because everyone has seen it. You have been screaming, you have been crying, you have been, just a lot, okay? So, what's going on?
My world just basically got turned upside down. And everything we have so much going on, and so much is going on, especially with Edmund being sick with the random magic. And then now Nia finds this magical box randomly, might I tell you, after Mr. over there. She's going to point to she's going to waving her arms frantically everywhere. Left us, and all of a sudden we have this magical box after he left. Don't you find it a little suspicious? Just a little?
Charity's gonna be nodding me like, yep, I get that, okay. Let's try to take this one step at a time and slow your brain down, because right now, your brain is 10 steps ahead of where it needs to be. So, yes, the fact that Nia randomly has a magical box is worrying. But that is not the most important thing right now, and yes, Edmund is sick. But we also have 2 clerics traveling, myself and Winters, who can keep an eye on him, and he has been fine so far. So that is also not something that we need to be freaking out about currently. The biggest thing is focusing on keeping us all together and heading to Kirko. Do you agree?
Yes. She's just gonna look down. I'm sorry, I just...
It's a lot to deal with.
I just found out that my kingdom, the home that I've known for all my life, is falling into shambles because somebody in the courts is not doing their job. And
Yes.
my parents are doing everything they can, but I know that they can only do so much. And then Aeson's out here, and he might die, but who knows? I have faith. I have faith that he'll be fine. She's trying to like calm herself down as she's saying this. I have faith that he'll be fine. He's not stupid.
Well, do you want to make a prayer with me and ask for his safety?
Maggie's gonna like her lower lip's gonna tremble. She's trying so hard not to cry, and she's gonna be like,
Alright, Charity's gonna kneel on the ground and like beckon for Maggie to kneel with her.
Maggie's going to do that.
Yeah, and then she's gonna pray. And this is one where she'll probably actually be praying to Aphrodite, so I'll have to make those rolls. But more or less she'll say, Dear Aphrodite, we pray for the safety of Aeson and for the safety of Maggie's family and the people that she cares about. We pray that we get to Kirko on time to be able to take care of whatever threat is coming down. We pray that we will find Aeson eventually so that we know everything is okay. And we pray that we follow your guidance. And then what am I rolling?
3 D100s.
By the way, when they're praying and Charity's saying all this, Maggie's gonna be like, she's gonna have her hands put up, and then like when Charity's doing this, she's gonna like open one eye, you know, like one of those things, like, like, am I doing it right? And then she's gonna close it, and then she's gonna open it again, and then she's gonna be like, okay, I'm doing this right.
Alright, so that's a 92, a 34, and a 35.
Alrighty. Nothing seems to be particularly different after this prayer.
Okay. It's worth a shot.
And Maggie's gonna jump in. She's gonna be like, and I pray that you keep my friend safe. She's just shooting the shit. She doesn't know if she's doing this or not, but she's asking.
So Nia would walk up and be like, hey, sorry to interrupt.
Charity's gonna look up and smile and go, No, of course not, we were just praying.
Oh, well, that's better than... anyway, we're gonna put the donkey in the cart and then pull it.
Alright, well, we shall head back then so I can help pull the cart. Maggie, I would like very much if you got in the cart with the donkey and Edmund and went to sleep.
Did I get a full rest or a partial rest with that query?
I would say you would get a full rest. Well, no. I'd say that, I mean, that's barely a partial. Because that was not 8 hours.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Maggie's gonna like, she's gonna be like, okay.
I mean, the bright side is this, well, no, you did use an ability check, so I couldn't even allow this to be your 2 hours of downtime.
I understand, no worries.
Yeah.
Maggie's gonna nod, and then she's gonna look at Nia, and she's gonna be like, look, I'm sorry for snatching the box away. It's just, I don't want any of us hurt, and I'll be honest with you, it just seems odd that it was found in your bag after that man that took over Edmund. Well, when we used to have Sebastian and Sakari in the group with us, we were walking to, she's going to tap her chin, she's going to look over. We were walking to Whitegate, if I remember correctly, and we found this hole in the ground, and all went in it for some reason, and it had something to do with Charity and her parents, and then we found this awful man, and he's not good. I guess, from what he says, he ate a god. And it just seems odd that he showed up and then that box showed up. Does that make sense?
Sure.
I'm just looking out for our safety, that's all. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings in any way.
Okay. Are you mad at me?
Of course not. It's not you. I'm just mad at him because if he's the asshole that put it in your bag and knowing that you're curious, he's manipulating us. She's gonna like put her fist to the sky like, fuck you!
I mean, it seems like a likely series of events, but I mean, to be honest, weird stuff just kind of finds me a lot. So, you know, and she kind of points back to her backpack. Like, this is all kind of full of weird stuff that I've found, so I didn't really think much of it, to be honest.
Sorry, I have a lot of things going on in my head, and I'm sorry.
That's okay. I get lost in my head all the time.
I frequently have to ask for the exit.
Right? I feel that on an emotional level.
But we should probably head back because Tinsel's probably already picked up the donkey and put it in the cart and they're probably ready to go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
It's gonna be really funny. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, they just see people carrying the cart and
the donkey in the cart.
I think I'm gonna paint a picture of it for posterity.
Please do. I would love a copy to be able to remember it.
Yeah.
I will hang it on my wall.
Do we have walls?
I mean
somewhere.
She has a home to go back to. Yep.
That's cool. I don't think I've ever had my own wall.
Well, someday I'll make sure you do.
Really?
Of course. You're my friend.
That's cool.
And then you guys can meet my parents. And this is going to really brighten Maggie up. And she's walking them back to the cart, by the way, when we're talking about this. And she's going to be like, and my mother, she's so beautiful. And she's very soft-spoken, but she's so sweet. And she makes the best sugar cookies ever. And then my dad, he's amazing. He could probably lift a house up. I'm not kidding. He's just so strong and amazing. And he's got the most amazing laugh. And he tells the best stories. And she's rambling about this as they walk back.
Nia is enthralled listening to her story.
Charity's gonna let them chat, and as soon as we're all back at the cart, she's gonna head to the front where the guys are and be like, alright, so I hear we are walking the cart with the donkey in there.
Nia, can't help herself. She just starts, giggling into her hands.
Oh my.
This is the best ever.
Well, it was a little...
Also... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It was a little bit of a struggle, but I got him in there. Winter's helped a lot, though.
Okay, that's good.
But if we're all ready to go, we can move out.
So
Sounds like a good plan. We should get moving. We're all rested. This way the donkey gets rested as well. And we do not have to stop.
Question. Why hasn't Edmund woken up? She's going to quickly go into the cart and check on him.
He's just squished between the wall and the donkey.
He's laying in the back. He's kind of grabbed the Maybelline bear kind of rug thing and pulled it over him a little bit more.
But he's breathing.
Oh yeah, yes.
Oh, okay.
Teenagers
Okay.
can sleep forever. I don't actually know how old he is.
Yeah.
But he's acting like a teenager, so I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in the starting stage. He's like 10, so he's getting ready to come into those years, really.
So, as we kind of start walking, Nia will kind of take the puzzle box back out and be like, so, I know I'm not supposed to touch it, so I'm not gonna, wiggle it anymore or anything, but it is a puzzle box, which means, we could try to solve it.
Yeah, I mean, we can, but we just have to be careful. Do you mind if I at least just look at it, then? I'm not gonna throw it, I promise. I just want to look at it.
Yeah, as long as you don't throw it. And she'll hand it to her.
Do I need to do an Arcana check, or what would you like for me to do, Corey?
What exactly are you doing?
I'm just looking it over, trying to figure out what the hell this is.
An investigation check would be good.
Okay. 18.
With an 18, you are going to know this has some pretty similar markings to a magic catch box. And what these are particular puzzle boxes that were left behind by some archmages and stuff like that, and some from not so particularly good wizards who just wanted to make a mark in the world. If you can complete the puzzle that is this box, inside will be a particularly new spell that you could potentially learn. If the owner of it was a good wizard, or witch, or warlock, or whatever kind of caster they were.
Is there any way to find out if they're good or evil through it, or is there just no way to knowing?
There's no way of knowing. Particularly, these were made by mostly white magic witches and warlocks. I mean, there were some dark magic, but it was mostly it mostly just holds a spell. The trick to them, and this is the downside about them, what's contained in them usually isn't bad. It's the tricks around it to opening it. Anytime you make a mistake, a random magic effect will occur for any mistake. Some of these boxes could have 3 combinations. Some of these boxes could have 20 combinations that you particularly have to do correctly in order.
Okay, so hold on. Can Maggie try to, turn something?
You can give me... I mean, like I said, you have 3 options at this point. If you're fiddling around with it, there is a slidable triangle. The whole thing can shift on its axis, which kind of, turns that entire thing. Kind of like a Rubik's Cube, but it's from corner to corner. You just kind of turn it around.
It looks like the box from Hellraiser, I'll be honest.
Shut up. That's the stock image. We're going to move on.
Sorry, this was
but there is also a corner piece, which you remember her kind of twisting and fiddling with. With an investigation of 18, you're going to realize that she has already made one incorrect choice.
Alrighty then, I'm not going to touch that corner. She's going to look at Charity, and she's going to look at Nia, and she's going to be like, I'm going to try something. So I'm going to get off the cart and walk very far behind everyone else. Sound good?
What if something bad happens and you're really far away and we can't help you, though?
I'm not going to be too far away. I'm just going to be far enough away where nothing, if it does, it's not going to hurt any of you. She's going to jump off before anybody says anything and start walking.
Nia just shrugs.
Okay. Okay, so which other pieces are there? There's a triangle piece, and you said it can turn, right?
Yeah. Would Maggie be so keen to do this after, the first initial anger?
I mean, she's talked to everyone else, and she knows, now that she knows what it is, and now she's very interested to see what's inside, now that she knows what it is.
Okay. Well, I knew she had concerns about who it came from, so I didn't know if she had reservations about using it.
Well, she does, but I mean, that's why she moved away from everyone else, and she'd rather her deal with it than anyone else.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. She's willing to take the price if she does it. You know what I mean?
All right. Which of the options would you choose?
This is the hard part. I'm gonna twist the fucker, like on its axis.
You will twist it. It will go around, and you will hear a sufficient. There will be 3 things that open up on 3 of the sides. One will have kind of a light string loop that you can pull it. Another one will be like a kind of like a flick switch, almost. And then the third one will be a button.
Oh, the button's so tempting. Maggie's gonna hold it up, by the way. She's gonna be like, "I figured out the first part." And then she's
Nia
gonna
will immediately like run over.
Maggie's going to be like, "Okay, Nia, which one do you think I should push next? There's a button. There's this thingy," and she's gonna like fiddle with it a little bit, and then she's gonna be like, "And then what was the last one, Corey? I'm sorry."
So there's a button. It's a golden nest button, much like the cube. So while I can, because I don't think I gave too much detail about this cube once it was shown. I know I said it was like 2 inches by 2 inches. It's not too large or anything like that. The color-esque of this box is a black and gold with runes on it. So what you're seeing is kind of a golden nest button surrounded by black. There is a golden nest kind of switch flip, kind of looking like our nowadays kind of light switches. And then on the other side there is this kind of like gold tinted ring that is attached to a rope that you could potentially, and you kind of get a feeling like you could pull on it.
Quick question. Would I recognize any of the runes?
You could make a check.
Arcana?
Yeah.
15?
This is a language, but it's not... how best to put it? It is a mixture of different languages. So some of it is in Common, some of it is in depictions like Goblin, some is... It's all different types. So there's Dwarven, there's Elven, there's Draconic, there's... It's a mixture.
I don't know what languages I speak. Hang on. Common, Infernal, and Dwarvish. Would I be able to read any of it?
With the Common, some of it's kind of like a simple instruction booklet, in a way, as to why it was made. So it's like those who seek the knowledge inside, etc., etc. Couple of words that you can't read, etc., etc., and then it'll go into you must complete the puzzle inside the box, say, etc. Different words you don't know, and reap your reward.
Oh, okay. So it's the general gist of what it is.
Yes.
Okay. Neil will be like, I think you should pull the loop.
She's gonna take a deep breath in, and she's gonna be like, "Okay." She's going,
and she'll kind of look away and be like, "Could I pull the loop?"
Sure. Maggie's gonna. She's not gonna let go of the cube, but she's gonna hold it with Nia.
Okay.
Neil, pull the loop.
Maggie's holding her breath.
Click.
Maggie's gonna look at Nia.
There is another click, and the box will start to kind of reorganize itself. The walls will close again. You'll see it tick around a few times, spin itself in half in different dimensions in a way, and then resettle as that box again. This time, when it opens these panels, there will be a hole, and in Common, it will read, "Put finger in here."
Oh boy.
It will flip over and say, "Tell me a joke." And then on the other side of that will be, "Tell me your darkest secret."
Oh boy. Charity!
Charity will look back confused.
I would say gentlemen as well. Winters and Neko. Winters and Gunny. You guys are Neko and Gunny. Dear Lord. Names.
Winters and
Tencel.
Yeah, them.
Oh my god.
I love how the rest of us remember, but you're just like, names. I know a line that's going in the bloopers now.
You guys will be able to kind of figure out what's kind of going on, at least to the point that it brings it to attention.
We figured out 2 parts of it. Maggie's
I
gonna
mean, I
wave
think
it.
we just gotta keep trying.
I mean, yes. Oh, okay. All right. Nia, what do you think? Do you want me to do it this time? Because I mean, it's up to you. I don't really like.
I mean, it was. If you, I know it's a little weird, but I just kind of want to do it. It was because it was in my bag. Is that weird?
No, it's not.
Do you think it's
Okay.
I mean,
Do you think
what, Gunny? Sorry.
Do you think it's safe for them to be playing with that?
Probably not.
Are these things wrong with the box back there?
I would believe so.
It appears like it. And Charity's gonna like let go of the cart and walk around it and stare at them and be like, I thought we decided that this was dangerous.
But then I said that we were
Maggie's
gonna
gonna
like, try to figure it out because it is a puzzle.
And I figured out the first part, and then my curiosity got the best of me, and now we're on the second part, and she got it, and now.
I'm gonna put my finger in this hole now. Okay.
No.
You're gonna hear a very familiar voice as somebody sits up from the cart. What are you guys messing with?
A magic box.
Edmund's gonna kind of lean over towards the edge of that kind of cart and nod. Okay, so you guys got a puzzle box.
Yeah.
Nia, she's gonna look at Nia, she's gonna be like, okay. She's gonna cover her face.
Maggie,
I'm
would
gonna
you
do it.
do me a quick favor?
Yeah.
Roll me a perception.
At 10.
So you're going to notice that Edmund no longer has that kind of iciness around him. At least not around his jawline anymore. It seems to have been. It seems to have receded at the moment.
Okay.
I just wanted to give you a heads up on his condition.
No, you're good. I just was wondering if there's anything else, sorry.
No.
Before I put my finger in this hole, everybody should probably move away.
Charity's gonna shake her head and just get a healing spell ready and stand right next to me and be like, Nope, I'm standing right here, go ahead.
I've been with you through this, and I said I was going to be with you through it, so I'll be ready to it. She gets her viola out, ready to be like, play whatever she needs to play.
Okay, I just, wanted to give everybody the opportunity before maybe something terrible happens. Because this is way too fun to be the right answer.
Oh my god.
And she puts her finger in the hole.
Oh no.
Oh my god. She's gonna lose a finger.
I mean, come on, and told me to put my finger in it. Of course I'm gonna put my finger in it.
Oh god.
Alrighty. So roll me a 1d100.
Fuck!
It might still be good, we'll see. It's a 30.
30.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, it's kind of cool, but also kind of bad.
Oh no.
I love you,
so
Nia.
your finger will be trapped and confined in the box for 24 hours.
Oh shit.
And for as long as it is connected to you, your hair will erupt in flames.
Ooh,
Oh my god.
I'm excited.
Like hurtful flames or
No.
just cool looking
Cool
flame
looking, like
hair?
her hair becomes flames.
Okay.
So Nia will kind of giggle and then put her finger up in the air with this little box attached to it. You're like, I don't think that was the right way to do this.
Oh my god.
Well, at least it doesn't look like it's hurting me.
Yeah.
Like, what's hurting me?
It looks kind of interesting because her original hair color is red. So she's still got like the red eyebrows and kind
I
of.
also
pretty
imagine
cool.
that I don't know that that's happening. I just think the box is stuck to my finger.
Oh, I'm just giving details.
Yeah, so I'm just like, what looks cool? The box?
Maggie's just gonna have her hands over her mouth like, oh.
Sweetie, your hair is currently flames.
Really? She's trying to like
Yes.
do that thing where you're like trying to look at a body part that you can't actually look at, like trying to look at the top of her head, like wow.
Maggie's just gonna
You
be
might
like,
see a
oh my god.
trail of like heat waves. If you've ever like stared at it like a stove or anything while it's got flames, you know, it kind of bends the light so it alters.
Oh yeah.
You know, so you might see the light end of that, maybe a little bit of burning to the top of it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Charity's gonna lift her shield up, her metal shield, and so that she can look or try to look.
Oh yeah, you guys would see like Nia's eyes like light up and be like, wow, do you think that's permanent?
I hope not.
It's pretty cool.
It would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
It
It
would
would.
become hard to go through towns with that, though.
Yeah,
Oh, I already have a way
Yes.
that no one would be able to see it.
okay. I have a question though, Corey. Can we still mess with the puzzle with it not attached to her?
Unfortunately, no.
I assumed.
Damn. Okay.
And there is a potential that somebody might know with their high-end roll on this. What you had? What, an 18, or what was your?
For the investigation check?
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah,
it was
Maggie had an 18. I had a 15.
So with the 18, you would know that sometimes, and this is something you guys might have to figure out when it or if it does release her. Some of these boxes will revert back to the original form, and you must remember the combination.
Son of a bitch. Okay, so Maggie's gonna like start writing something down.
I already wrote it down.
Oh, never mind.
But I can't right now because I've got a box in my finger.
Okay, well, I will put in your notes, no fingers in holes.
That's probably a good note to write.
Maggie's gonna do that.
Oh no, I'm not going to be able to paint the donkey in the cart.
You can after you get the box into your hand.
I don't know how long it's going to be on there.
Let's hope it's not there for long.
I can probably still use my sword, but painting, you kind of really need, your fingers to be dexterous. And she's
By
going to
the
like
way-
be starting to make like really strange hand gestures just to see if like she can still do things with the box on her finger.
Oh my god.
It's kind of clunky. I would say it would give you a disadvantage on all sleight of hand checks.
All right.
Because we do that so often.
It's kind of like the first time you get like fake nails on and you're like, I don't know how to do anything with my hands.
That's me with fake nails to this day still.
Oh.
I'm just like,
Or when you take the nails off after having them on.
Yeah,
for
and
a
you're
long
like, why can
time.
I feel my fingertips?
You go to grab your water skin and you fiddle with it for the next 5 minutes trying to grab it.
Pretty much. She's just like,
Maggie's just like, oh, and then she helps because she can't watch this. It's so sad.
So after traveling through the night and kind of making your way through kind of that situation, you are now on the 9th of Solmorum.
Yay!
These poor people that we just like brought with us on this journey were just like, we're children.
What did we get into?
Yeah, really.
I don't- at this
crazy.
Yeah, I mean at this point it's been one heck of a ride.
Does Maggie need to do another con save because she didn't go back to sleep?
I imagine after the puzzle box incident, you probably would have.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if we were still in that moment. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because that was only like 10 total minutes, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
barely.
Well, Maggie's still going to be excited about the box, and she's going to be like, not going back to sleep. But then if she gets back in the cart and then nothing else is happening, yeah, she'd probably fall asleep.
So right now, I would say they would both fit. I mean, it would definitely look like she's cuddling the donkey. It's going to
I
be...
give no fucks.
We are going to need 2 people of your guys' choice to give strength checks, then.
I think Tencel and Charity were doing that.
There's my strength. I failed.
That is a 5.
Yeah.
It's okay. The little 5-foot elf can do this.
There's
Unfortunately...
a huge difference between 5 feet and 5'8", okay?
So, Gunny, you're going to be able to get the wheel rolling kind of on your side. However, it's going to get heavy as you then realize that this is not going to move. You're just not getting enough strength into this.
Can Winters get out and also help?
He can if he likes, yes.
Okay.
I would say at max you might have mostly maybe 3 people at a time being able to pull this. With a strength of a 14, that will get it rolling.
Maggie's gonna notice that it's not rolling, and then she's gonna wake up, and she's gonna give everyone bardic inspiration! Yes?
If you wake up and do that, it will restart your time.
You start my time asleep? Yeah, no, I figured.
I don't know the rules. I don't think you can give 3 people bardic inspiration at a time.
Yeah, you can give it to as many people as you want. They just have 10 minutes to use it. It's not like a concentration thing.
Okay.
And fuckers.
That's fair.
And you have as many as your charisma modifier?
Yes.
I have exactly 3, so there we go.
And that will be your full use of bardic inspiration.
See.
What does bardic inspiration give you? I
It
forget.
gives you a 1d6 to add to any kind of checks or anything like that.
Yeah.
Can I do that now?
Yeah.
On the off chance that it helps.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
That's a
that!
6.
Wow.
Yep, my 5 is now a 6.
I tried to help!
I mean...
Charity just, I don't know, she's distracted by the box, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nia's definitely still like waving her hands around like a crazy person. And her hair is on fire. Like she's pretty distracting right now.
Charity used to be so good at pulling this card, and now that the other guys are here, she's like, oh, I don't need to do this anymore. Okay, I'm gonna like watch whatever the fuck she's doing with this.
Gotta make sure she doesn't light anyone else on fire.
Yeah, no, let's go with that. Charity is worried that she's gonna light people on fire by playing with the box. There we go.
Alright, guys. As you head off on your next day of adventure, I think this would be a good place to end it for the night.
I just want to, before we end it, Nia is at halfway through the day is probably still gonna like decide she's bored and she's gonna like stand in the back and she's gonna try, even with the box on her finger, to like paint a rear view of like Maggie in the back cuddled with the donkey.
Yes.
And like and like, you know, the 3 people pulling the cart like straining, and just perfect behind view of that happening with her box finger, so it's gonna also look like a child painted it.
I mean, you could always attempt ambidexterity.
I was just gonna make a painting check with disadvantage.
That works.
Let's see how that goes. Oh, it's pretty good still.
I was about to say it comes out like the damn 16th chapel.
That's a 17. So, I mean, it's fairly detailed. It's good. It's within your style. I'd say it's a fairly well made painting.
Lines are a little bit wobblier than I'd like, but you know.
Yeah, and that'll take you some time. So that'll be most of what you're doing, you know, on the next couple of days' travel.
Sure.
All right, guys. Well, that's the end for us for tonight.
Oh no.
I think we've been playing for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was about to say I've got to go to bed soon.
Yeah.
Damn, we can't do it double.
I'm happy. I feel like we got stuff done this time.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Etta, and/or Red, and I play MaggieNicole. I wanted to thank you guys for listening to this episode. It was actually one of my honest-to-God favorites because of all the shenanigans we get involved in. And I guess we've learned, don't put a finger in a hole. Please follow us and subscribe on iTunes, Podbeam, and Google Play at opportunityroll.podcast@gmail.com. If you wish to level up, head over to our Patreon and check out some cool magical swag we have awaiting you. If you want to interact with us and see more stuff we are doing, check out our Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube at Opportunity Roll. And if you want to contact us and ask us any questions, you can reach out to opportunityroll.podcast@gmail.com. We'd like to thank Purple Planet Music. We use their site for all of our music. And like I say, it's very nice music. We would like to thank Kobold Press as we use some of their monsters for Tome of Beast to keep everyone on their toes and enjoying the game. I think Group 2 is getting that more Tome of Beasts than we are. And I finally want to thank you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys have made this possibility. And you guys are just amazing. Like, I see all our fan art and people are actually cosplaying my Maggie and all kinds of other characters, and it's an honor and it's awesome. Thank you guys so much for listening to us and keep supporting us and everything like that. It's awesome. And just remember, keep your opportunities open.